All right, today's July 2nd. I haven't been recording for the past few days. Got back to it though. So let me just go over yesterday. So yesterday we saw price. Oh yeah, saw price come up here, sweep liquidity, come down to this area of supply, and then reject off of that. I entered for sells because I was only looking for sells. I was looking for a deeper pullback instead of looking for price to react off of an area. So that was my mistake. We had this area of interest up here. We saw price retrace back down, area of supply again. I mean demand, and then strongly push up off of that. Today we have a lot of high impact news. We have a lot. So getting into a trade today is going to be really risky unless I enter off a continuation, which is what I plan on doing. I don't really plan on trying to predict where the market goes. I plan on waiting until the market shows clear direction and entering off of that. So let's remove everything. 4 hour. Um, we're looking bullish. It's clearly bullish. We broke a lot of structure. We had this bigger structure to the downside. Push up. Double bottom. Break a structure right here. Now we pulled back down to this area where price broke structure. Not all the way down to this area of demand, but down to this area of demand. And see price retrace off of that. Continues. So now our areas of interest, honestly, let me scroll down a little bit. There's not really a clear supply zone up here. There is up here though. Really swept all of this liquidity. We have some left up here, so have some liquidity up here. That would be a target. And if price does push down, we do have this target as well, but again, it's NFP, so I just don't know which direction it's gonna go. Like it's just like you can't tell. So yeah. Scale down now. See price push all the way down and pull back up. Got some liquidity resting up here. These equal highs kind of. It was kind of swept, but price might come back. Nah, I'm not feeling that. I don't know. We're just consolidating. I don't really see anything in this, honestly. I just need to see some sort of movement because this is just consolidation. There's not really any way to trade in this. Unless you try and get like a Fibonacci or something off of this low area of demand, but like I'm not really feeling that honestly. This might work though. Price come up, sweep this, and probably continue up. Might actually look for this actually. Nah, I think we might be pushing down some more. Price found some sort of resistance at this area and is just like now pushing down. But yeah, I marked out all my areas of interest honestly. Um, didn't really mark out this. It's not as strong though, cause like it didn't lead to any bear construction. It was just a retracement. So you know, in the lower time frame, we do see this area of demand. We see a decent close on the 1 minute. We could enter for a buy, but we might see a tap down here. If we see a tap down here and a rejection and close above here, I'll enter for a buy. But if we see like a close below here, yeah, and that's not looking too clean. But we genuinely might see price tap back into this area and then continue pushing down. Or we might just see price continue flushing down and probably not even push up again. Because our range right now is from the lowest point that broke structure down here, down here, to the highest point up here. So we have this whole range to work within. So price can continue retracing as long as price doesn't get below this area. Or honestly, break structure down here, which will tell me price is likely not pushing back up for a bit at least. Unless it's just creating strong liquidity. But yeah, this is our whole range, so we should be looking for buys, honestly. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of rejection on the lower time frame. So if we enter like here, I wouldn't be mad at this trade. Ooh, but NFP does come out in like 20 minutes. Any other day, I'd take this trade. Any other day. But yeah. So I'm gonna just keep watch. And before NFP, I'll come back and we'll see what happens. Okay, so kind of right after I ended that, we saw the price create this large candlestick, which I entered off of. I kind of got my entry a little bit late here, but yeah, I'm just looking to ride it to negative 61.8 because I am expecting price to at least get to there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Pretty good continuation trade. I'm just expecting price to just continue rallying, and then I don't plan on staying in the trade for 23 minutes. Right now it's 8:07, so yeah. Just expecting price to retrace a little bit and then just rally up to at least here. If anything, I'll cut half my position at negative 27. So it's a sell limit. Sell limit. And I'll probably put my TP to my stop loss to break even and just hold it to here. After this gets hit, bro. But yeah, so. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got going on. So, yeah, we'll see how this trade plays out. All right, so quick update on that trade. Considering it was like pretty high, like chance it wasn't going my way, I did put my stop at break even, like right here. We did end up getting stopped out. No worries at all. Was just testing the waters to see if price would continue this continuation. So, Yeah. 5 minutes until, or 6 minutes until NFP and all this high impact news. So we're gonna see what impact that has. Or 5 minutes, yeah. All right. So I ended up entering in a buy here. I had tried entering in a buy here as well, of this Fibonacci, but I should have just waited until a market or 9:30. For more volatility, considering NFP just happened now, price is dying out. 9:30, we got more volume. Should have waited for that. I waited, saw confirmation, entered. Um, Not the craziest risk reward. I did enter a bit late. I wanted to enter like here as it was pumping, but I waited a little bit, which is good. But yeah, we're just seeing price continue up. Hopefully, we just see price push up. Um, that's really, yeah. I'm gonna journal this trade. Um, I'm gonna be honest. I was contemplating not showing you guys. I was just gonna just throw it under the books and not count that trade as a trade, but I have to be accountable. Every trade, I'm gotta be transparent. So yeah, I'm going to keep that trade. We do see price happen to this 1 minute demand. That's it. I'm just gonna leave this trade be. I'm gonna continue journaling this. I need to write down some notes for this. But yeah, let that trade play out. I'll be back whether this trade hits TP or stop loss. If we continue to push up to like up here brick structure, I'm gonna move my stop loss to break even, I think. But yeah, I'll be right back. So that trade ended up not working out. I ended up cutting it around here, right here. A little bit in the negatives, but I don't know what went wrong with today. It's just NFP. I think I should have been trading it. No setups were really that clear. I had the right bias for buys, but my entries were horrible because of the environment, and that's my fault. I know that I don't succeed when I trade NFP or trade around news. You know, when it's a day that has very high impact news, not just some regular news, very high impact news. I don't perform well. I should have known that. So that's my fault. Um, Tomorrow, let's see. It's got some news, but nothing insane, you know. So yeah, I mean that's my fault. Um, Yesterday was a pretty off day as well. Only because I wasn't willing to change my bias after I saw price retrace back into this area of demand supply. I wasn't willing to change my bias. My technicals were off that day. Today, my technicals were kind of good, but again, it's just NFP. Price isn't gonna completely abide by these things anymore. You know, just fundamentals are so like high. Um, and knowing that as well, I should have had my TP to somewhere where it was kind of more guaranteed. But again, my entry was kind of bad. Should have entered right here, down here somewhere, knowing that price had this liquidity sweep. So, excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, it would have been a way better trade if I entered down here off of confidence of this liquidity sweep right here into another sweep, and then yeah. Well, that's my fault. I'm gonna go into tomorrow better, and yeah, definitely learning new lessons every day. Not expecting to be a perfect trader.